Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Sunday Cooking with Mom and Me. Today we're preparing apple turnovers. Come on in and we'll show you how we do it. Okay, I've already cut 4 small Granny Smith apples. They're cut in cubes or small bits. We're going to turn the burner up to high and we're going to add 3 tablespoons of salted butter. Now we're going to add 1/2 cup of white sugar. One-4 cup of light brown sugar. I have 1 tablespoon of all-purpose flour. The flour is used as a thickening agent. 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. I'm going to turn my burner down to medium heat. This is 2 dashes of ground allspice. Guys, this smells so good. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and 1/2 teaspoon of lemon extract. Okay, I've turned my heat back up to high to allow my apples to boil. And once they begin to boil, I'm going to reduce the heat to medium and allow the apples to cook for 7 to 10 minutes until tender. With the lid on. As you can see, they're boiling. Reduce the heat, medium heat, lid on. Allow them to cook for 7 to 10 minutes and I'll be back. The apples have been cooking for about 2 minutes. We're going to remove the lid and allow the apples to cook down because right now I have too much syrup in my pot, so I want it to cook down, reduce the syrup. You can check for doneness by using a fork. If the fork goes through and they're tender enough for you, they're ready. They've been cooking about 7 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and turn them off. Now if they're too runny for you, in other words, if there's too much liquid, you can always add additional flour. I'm going to just go ahead and turn the heat off. We've allowed the apples to cool for at least 30 minutes, which makes it easier to line our crust with. We'll be right back. We're going to use a ready-to-bake pie crust. However, you can make your own pie crust. I've allowed the pie crust to sit at room temperature for about 30 minutes, at least 30 minutes, to make it more pliable. Now we're going to remove it from the wrapper. Carefully unroll it and place it on a floured surface. I'm going to use the pizza cutter to cut my crust into thirds. Now you can use whatever tool you have to cut your dough. Now what I'm going to do is use my ice cream scoop to fill the crust. What I'm going to do is fold this over like that. Okay, I'll go back and put some more on there. Fold that over. You don't want to put too much in there because if you do, it's going to run out. I better leave it like it is. Now, I'm going to use my fork to crimp these ends. Now, as you can see, I've crimped my edges. Now I'm going to baste the top with melted butter. You can use an egg wash if you prefer. Now I have my baking pan lined with parchment paper. And it's real easy to pick these up if you flour your surface. We're going to place our apple turnovers in a 400-degree preheated oven for 12 to 15 minutes. We're going to cook these on the top rack. And we're going to allow these to cool for about 15 minutes. Then I'm going to come back and put a glaze over the top of an icing that I've made. The apple turnovers have been cooling for at least 20 minutes. I am now going to apply an icing, which is really good. This will make you want to dance. This is good. Now, I've made these in the past. If you don't eat them all in one setting, you can freeze them. Just wrap them in wax paper or parchment paper, put them in a freezer bag, and store them in the freezer and eat them later. These are good. Enjoy. And season